If you struggle with shyness or social anxiety, check out our free No BS training course with actual useful advice you can do from home. None of that just get out there nonsense. The link is in the description below. For now, let's get to today's question.
Any character trait can be treated as a strength in the right context. With a little tweaking, shyness can convey humility and thoughtfulness. I have a great deal of experience with clients who are shy or soft-spoken. I often find that shy people are highly perceptive and strong observers of those around them. With shy clients, especially those that are in a competitive academic arena or job market, I like to focus on understanding the skills practiced as a shy person. In my experience, 3 strong and important skill sets demonstrated by many shy people include creativity. It can take a lot of ingenuity to find comfortable ways to participate in public experiences that encroach on your boundaries. Empathy. When you perceive the interactions of those around you by listening more than you speak, you develop a keen sensitivity for the feelings of others. Bravery. Our society is very socially demanding and holds social fluency in high regard. When you have a smaller range of public experiences that you feel comfortable with, the challenges on your plate day to day can feel overwhelming. It takes a lot to face uncomfortable interactions with others every day if you perceive that others transcend these challenges with ease. Walking into any situation with those attributes under your belt isn't too shabby. Sometimes you can get by on your strengths alone, but we all encounter circumstances on a daily basis that push us out of our communicative comfort zone. If you're interested in developing a wider toolkit to navigate some of that discomfort, you can explore a series of lectures my office has released here. Shy people have a lot going for them that extroverts do not. I like your question. It's useful to explore to find strengths we possess but may not be as immediately aware of. When you explore your own strengths and areas in which you could develop strength, you can approach your goals in a more strategic fashion. Shyness is regarded as a virtue in some cultures. It is equated to being more thoughtful, intelligent, a better listener, and being more likely to think before speaking. Use your shyness to your advantage by playing the role of captivating audience. Listen to others and ask thoughtful questions. Most people love to do the talking anyway. You have a silent power over the conversation by taking or giving attention to the talker as you please. Referenced 4 Ways to Overcome Shyness in 14 Days. Moldite. If you fail or make a mistake, allow any sense of negativity to pass on. We all make mistakes and we make them all the time. Move on. Be kind to yourself. Forgive yourself. Life does go on. Everything in our minds we have created. All thought, ideas, perspectives, and filters are all our creations that help us interact with the world. But we tend to believe that those ideas and perspectives are the truth, when really they are just something we have come up with. Looking at the strengths of shyness is a very healthy way to look at being a particularly shy person. It shows a certain degree of confidence and belief, perhaps a confidence you don't know you have. This could actually be used as a strength on its own. Used in context and not to extremes, modesty can be an upside of being shy. There are a number of traits related to shyness that can be used as a strength. If you as the shy person can increase your self-confidence, these include: you tend not to be impulsive. A great strength of shyness is the ability to think before you act. You choose your words and actions wisely for the most part. Outgoing people often have a habit of acting impulsively, something I am terrible for. My impulsivity can certainly get me into trouble sometimes. You can be an incredible listener. A shy person quite often very good at listening. It maybe comes from not feeling comfortable talking about yourself, but that in itself can be a strength. Most people are happiest when they talk about themselves. So meeting you will be a breath of fresh air. They can take the limelight and you will be happy to give it to them. You can be trusted. As someone who doesn't speak too much, you could very well be someone who can be trusted when people open up to you. They will feel able to talk to you without others finding out. That is something many people struggle with. Knowing who to trust is very difficult. If you are trustworthy, you can be an incredible friend. You develop closer friendships. Being trustworthy means you will develop close, meaningful friendships. You don't make friends easily, but value the ones you find and are incredibly loyal to them. You can be a calming influence. When someone is going through a tough time, your trustworthiness and ability to listen, among other things, means you are a calming influence during the toughest of times. That is something anyone who gets close to you will appreciate about you. I hope you find the confidence to embrace your shyness. I used to have a similar problem. Most people who are shy learn to adapt to their surroundings and function as well as possible in a world that is dominated by more outgoing and extroverted types. At the same time, it can be easy to get down on yourself if you are shy. It might seem like everyone else is doing better socially than before. Work times like these, it is helpful to consider some of the benefits or advantages of being shy. These might not be things that immediately come to mind, but they are true of many shy people. If you are shy or socially anxious, you probably tend to look before you leap. This trait can be helpful when it comes to many life decisions. Thinking carefully and planning before taking action are important for many of life's hurdles, including when shyness is not extreme, it can make you appear more approachable to others. Shyness, and the modesty and self-effacing nature that go with it, are rarely threatening to others and may allow people to feel more comfortable around you. Shy people can sometimes have a calming effect on those who are more high-strung. Though you may experience inner turmoil as a shy person, your outward appearance is probably one of being calm and quiet. This calmness and ability to not react may have a positive effect on those around you. Do an NBSP. This website is for sale and spy your resources and information. You work in a human services position? If so, and if you are shy, your personality probably serves you well in terms of being an empathic listener. Being shy makes it easier for other people to open up to you. Shyness is not a strength. There is really nothing good to say about being shy. Being shy is not useful in any sense. It's debilitating and isolating. I advise you make a conscious effort to barrel through your shyness and join the human race. People can be sensitive and introspective and all those good things without being afraid of social interaction. I am a shy person. I discovered that shyness was like a boundary around my body. It is a finite space. Once I pass through the boundary, I am no longer shy. It really works that way. Over time, it became easier and easier to cross the shyness boundary. I am still shy, but I ignore the shy feelings and they pass away. Good luck. Growing up, I was both shy and introverted. Approaching strangers and even close relatives were difficult for me. I always felt judged. I worried about the itty-bitty things. I always felt uneasy, uncomfortable with people, always. If I needed to do a presentation, my hands get clammy, felt butterflies in my tummy. My speech gets stuttered, soft, low voice. I couldn't look at people directly. Sounds familiar? Today and years past since high school, you wouldn't have a clue at the level of shyness that I used to suffer. I'm relating this in order to tell you, Terry's hope. That fear you feel is the monster you need to face. I had no help dealing with my problems, but I realized that if I don't help myself, that will forever be me. And I couldn't let that happen. That first step is to find your inner strength. That is your determination. If you do not like where you are now, then you have no choice but to pick yourself up and move ahead. One step at a time. For me, I used visualization tricks to get me through every stage. Mentally putting my fears in boxes, or visualizing myself wearing a protective suit. You can join groups like drama classes, work in places where you'd be forced to talk to people. It will feel very uncomfortable at first, but with each exposure, your fear disappears slowly. So what if people reject you or ignore you at first? Move on. Be curious about the other people and don't worry what they would think of you. The idea is to move on. I hope this helps deal with shyness. Introversion? I am introverted because I do have my downtime, which I cherish. My alone time is necessary for me to re-energize. I would never change that aspect of my life. I love reading, hobbies that only engage me. I love doing things on my own. Yet, I'm also very social and can easily engage with anyone on any topic, but I'm just as happy being on my own. Introversion is a strength. Don't think it's a weakness.